give me a patchy frappuccino. You know what I mean? What size? Husky. They're all husky. That's
All
right.
large sizes, and you could make like a nice menu just like that too.
Hold on a second. Can't read the menu.
Hey,
Okay, there's.
you don't wear glasses.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry.
Started off doing stand-up comedy and traveled throughout Indian country and made a lot of headway everywhere. In 23 years, and I feel like at 23 years, I'm barely scratching the surface. So that kind of led me to not doing, I still do the comedy duo and the troupe, but I was like, okay, there's something else, a story that needs to be told that's on the back end of all of this. What is the turban for all of this? How do I, because every stand-up comic has a message. If you listen to them closely, you see D.L. Hughley or you see Charlie Hill, they always had a message of something. What that is, that's always up to the audience to try to figure out. But for me, I was like, okay, there's a different story here. There's a story of coming from domestic violence and alcoholism and drug addiction, and how do we overcome these things to be a success. I really reflected back on what our elders had taught. And that's where I started coming up with humor healing. How is this beneficial to not just me personally, but as native country, and then native country turned into something that was worldwide. There was one that I really come across, and I finally got it. I finally got it after reading the history books about Native America. I finally got the wisdom of why Chief Joseph chose to say that from where the sun now stands, I will fight no more forever. He picked up his weapon of peace. He knew that peace was going to save his people. He knew that peace was going to be the longevity of his people. And he knew that mentality was going against everything that he had heard. People probably said, you know what, we should fight. We should keep fighting. We should keep fighting. Go down with the ship kind of thing. But he was like, no, if our people are going to survive, I'm going to have to lay down my weapon. I'm going to have to step into the spiritual side of all of this, about the things that I've been taught, that our Native American philosophy is always to choose peace. People are wanting, they're not willing, they want this sense of hope where they can ingest it, or they can transform themselves. Maybe it's not going to be the whole antidote for the things that they want, but at least it's something to give them hope in the right direction for themselves, using the things that I've been through, like domestic violence and drug addiction and the mental health of it, surviving cancer. I mean, I had cancer twice, and that was a battle in itself. But all of these things the experiences were conducive to what the survival is of who I am today. So now I do half comedy, half message, and it's being embraced more and more.
I'll lose these things. I was wondering why Sam's Club has a 30-pack of these things. It's because you lose these stupid things. And when you don't lose them, you're wearing them on your head.
How'd you come up with this career in the first place?
By accident. It was one of those things where everybody always said, oh man, you're funny, you should do something with it. And for me, I was like, nah, that's for people, that's not for us. Because we really had no example of somebody who has crossed that line, so to speak. For natives, it's always by example. Somebody has to do it first, then we'll explore that. And I was scared. I was scared to do it. How do you step out with faith and knowing that this is going to work or this is not going to work? And that's part of my story, is that the only way you'll know is if you step into it. Even if you fail, at least you'll know something. The creator has a way. if we step into that, there it is, step into that mentality that creator has a way. But if we think that it's our way, then it's something different.